Here we go, hour 3. This is The Herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. Live in Los Angeles, iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. Joy Taylor is joining me. That was a fun last hour. That was just fun.
I feel like we learned a lot.
We learned a lot. We learned that I grew up
Well, you learned a lot.
I grew up in a neighborhood of sheep. And Kmart grew up in a neighborhood of wolves.
You've never had to settle on anything physically growing up?
I've had physical altercations. One.
One?
Well, how many fights did you get into? Really?
More than one.
You've gotten into a physical altercation?
Yes. I mean, that's why sometimes you gotta fight. What do you mean? You've never gotten into a fight growing up?
Like one.
Did you win?
He was skinny, yeah. I didn't get in a bunch of fights.
Good for you.
Oh, but I was going to say, John says you got picked on more.
Well, I was always little.
So
But I was kind of, I don't say I was a bully, but I didn't take anything from anybody.
And you were a jock.
Not always.
So you got into a bunch of fights.
Well, I mean, you can't take any disrespect. What are you going to do?
Joy got into more fights than I did.
Yes, that is clearly a fact.
Yeah, you're a wolf. I'm a sheep. I got to read this spot real quick. It's getting lousy out. It's cold out. Vicks Sinex nasal spray clears your nose, lasts to 12 hours. When congestion strikes, use as directed. Vicks Sinex nasal spray. I'm way back on, as they say in the biz, spots today. All right, coming up in 20 minutes, Chargers All-Pro center Mike Pouncey, funny guy. He and his brother are great NFL players. Chargers defense and offense. I've been saying this now for about a month and a half. I think the Chargers may be better than the Rams. I'm not sure. And I know the Rams beat him, but it's really close. He'll be joining us in about 20 minutes. Coming up in Best for Last, a stat about the Patriots that is hard to believe. But this morning, and I'm driving to work, and I get to work, and I have the division leaders in the NFL. And I'm looking at all the division leaders. And what do they all have in common? Great defense. That's what it is. They all have a great defense. Oh, wait, no. Patriots are second to last in sacks. The Chiefs have the worst passing defense in the league. Yeah, it wouldn't be great defense. I'll tell you what it is. It's a great head coach. No, that's not. Is Bill O'Brien is he a great head coach? Is Jason Garrett a great head coach? No, wouldn't be that. Okay. It's a veteran quarterback. It's got to be a Hall of Fame. Really, Mitch Trubisky's a Hall of Famer? Dak Prescott's a Hall of Famer? Okay, Colin, I'll tell you what it is. You got to have a great running back. Really, Texans have one of those? Really, Bears have great running backs? That's interesting. We have all these divisions. So what is the common thread? It's very easy. The common thread is quarterbacks are on a discount. 3 of the 8 division leaders, here are the quarterbacks. 3 of the 8 division leaders are veteran quarterbacks giving the team a team-friendly deal. Breeze, Brady, Ben could make a lot more money on the open market, have a lot of leverage right now. Breeze only makes 24. He's absolutely worth over 30. Ben, 23. You kidding me? Brady, 22. So 3 of the 8 division leaders are veteran quarterbacks who are very good, giving their team a break. The other 5 of the 8 division leaders are quarterbacks on a rookie deal. Trubisky, Goff, Mahomes, Watson, Prescott, allowing, much like the previous deals, their general managers to have a more complete roster. Really? Only 2 teams leading divisions. Star veteran quarterbacks giving their teams a break, not taking every penny, allowing their GMs to put more good players around them, and the rookie quarterback, some good, some great, some okay, that the team doesn't pay their quarterback much so they can get 2 more great defensive players and a really good slot receiver. That's it. The top 6 paid quarterbacks in the NFL, none of them lead a division. It doesn't even matter if your quarterback's great. Aaron Rodgers is. 3rd place. Doesn't even matter if your roster's good and your quarterback's good. Kirk Cousins, 2nd place. Doesn't even matter if your quarterback has talent. Flacco, Stafford. Makes too much money, not in 1st place. That's it. If you want to make the most money on your deal, Let me ask Dak Prescott, who's the next guy coming up for contract. Dak, you want to win games? Give the Cowboys a break. Dak, want to have better teammates? Want to keep the Leighton Vander Esch's for the remainder of your contract? Give the Cowboys a break. First of all, you're in Texas, no state tax. That matters. Play in New York, play in Los Angeles, play in San Francisco, no state tax in Dallas. No state tax in Texas. Dallas, of course, in Texas. Secondly, you think he has that Campbell soup commercial if he's quarterback in the Jags? Or that Oikos yogurt commercial if he's quarterback in the Bengals? I say this all the time. I've worked in my business for 30 years. A lot of people are chasing money. It will limit what your company can put around you. Breeze could make more money. Ben could make more money. Brady could make more money. But what they want to do is win games and be playing in late January. That's the only teams. That's what I've said about Aaron Rodgers going forward. It's going to be very interesting with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is making $33 million a year. For the remainder of that contract, Aaron Rodgers is going to have to play with younger, cheaper players. That is not a debate. That is not an opinion. Aaron Rodgers, and I'm not blaming him, made a choice. I want $33 million. That's $10 million more than Breeze. You can get for that $10 million per year a better pass rusher and a better receiver, maybe a better left tackle and a better center. We all have choices, and I don't think quarterback's brand is based on what they make. I think 20 years from now, when we sit around and we talk about Elway and we talk about Marino, we talk about Elway much more fondly. He's got rings. Dak Prescott, you're next up. Choose wisely. Give the Cowboys a team-friendly deal. So last night they came out with the new college football rankings, and I, first of all, didn't have a problem with it. I have Oklahoma in my 4. They had Oklahoma at 5, meaning Oklahoma's going to get in when Georgia loses to Bama. So they had Bama, Clemson, Georgia, Notre Dame, and then they had Oklahoma 5, Ohio State 6. The key to me, of course, is they have Oklahoma ahead of Ohio State slightly, which they should. I think Oklahoma is better than Ohio State. I've stopped listening to Ohio State fans. They didn't make any sense mid-season talking about that coach they enabled, and they make no sense now having lost to Purdue by 29 points, and they still think they could get in over Oklahoma, who lost to a rival on a neutral field in the last-second field goal, and they'll go back and beat that team, Texas, this weekend. Oklahoma's the clear choice. Oklahoma scored 40-plus points in all but 2 games. Oklahoma has done something, at least one thing, great all year. I'm not saying they have a great defense. I'm not saying their special teams are great. I'm not saying they had the best game plan for every game. But in 90% of the times they came out to the football field this year, Oklahoma was a great offense. They ran it, they threw it, they protected their quarterback, and they scored over 40. What has Ohio State done all year to convince me they're a Final Four team? Did they run the ball every week? Nope. Did they play great defense every week? Nope. Did they have great coaching every week? Did you watch the Purdue game? They scored under 33 times in the weak Big Ten, where Northwestern's in the championship game, and Northwestern couldn't win one out-of-conference game. But Lincoln Riley brought up the point about we're getting too caught up on, people score a lot of points on Oklahoma. Football's changed.
I think the standards have certainly changed. I think we see that at all levels, high school, college, and pro, that the amount of offensive output that all these different teams are putting out is it's just simply different than what it's been before. You know, certainly every team out there is trying to be great on offense and be great on defense and special teams. Ultimately, you've got to find ways to win games, and that's what our guys have been able to do here.
Look around football, folks. Everybody's scoring over 30. Most teams, the good ones, are scoring over 40. Oklahoma tends to score over 50. And as Lincoln Riley said, this is the new age. Forget your grandpa's football. Forget your dad's football. It's not even your older brother's football. In the last 3 years, offense has exploded. In the past 12 months, it's been almost a meteor. And I am firmly entrenched, and I'm glad the committee sees it that way too. Oklahoma's one spot ahead of Ohio State, meaning if they both win this weekend and Georgia loses, and they will to Bama, the Sooners will get in over the Buckeyes. Multiple-time Pro Bowler, great O-lineman Mike Pouncey of the Chargers is joining us next. Are you looking for the perfect holiday gift this season? It is that time when you go online. It is that time when you go shopping. How about an Untuck It, the original